Hello and welcome. My name is Jason L. Scott the First, and all my life, like everybody else in this call, I've always believed that I was truly destined for something great. I have a high school diploma, no degree of any type. I've been able to earn some amazing income working for myself, working from home, because I've been mentored by people who've done it. So I want to get right into the training because we have systems that we've been applying as an organization for well over a decade. All right, and in this training system, many of us have gone on to earn an extra five figures, six figures, or even seven figures of income following these basic steps. And when I give you these steps, you follow them. We tell you results are not typical, but they're definitely possible for the results that you can have yourself by understanding that unity is the organization you're a part of, and unity is a way of life. And unity stands for you and I together. Yes, it's a global organization of professionals that dedicate to the health and financial empowerment of families around the world through education and entrepreneurship. Now, there's four steps to building momentum into your business and of course, in turn into your life. And the first step is being a product of the product. Being a product of the product basically means that you can duplicate your success quickly. I find many times that when people get started in business, the first question they ask is, how much am I going to have to do on a monthly basis? And I always tell people, every business has a cost. Every business have an overhead. Even if you're doing business from the house, there's still an overhead of your rent, your mortgage, whatever you have to do, your additional light bill because you're running your lights extra is always an overhead. You're going to the restaurants more, so there's always an overhead. All right. But our subscription here is nothing more than 120 for proper subscription for the organization and team. There's a lot of strategies that come inside of that. For instance, when people register their 120 smart ship, on top of our Unity training platform on teamunitytraining.com. They registered at 120. They have access to free gifts, have access to volume points that we may send to you. We have access to the exclusive training that we do for those who are 120 Club qualified, right? So all these things that we do, we tell you to set it and forget it so we can start to help you build your business, but to make sure that you set it up for your personal or and business. Now, basically means this. If you know you have sprays that you're using for your smart ship, for your personal use, then you have the sprays ordered so they can come in because you know they're going to be done at a certain time of the month. If you have the fuel factor X, like I do, mine is for business. So when it comes in on a monthly basis, I have a 120 smart ship set. Each pack that I have is 40 points. So I have 40 points times three is 120. So that gives me several samples that I can actually sell or sample people throughout the month. That gives me an opportunity to get more business customers and more clientele because of I set my personal smart ship and my personal subscription up for sampling. Now, 90 PV is minimum. That means just 90 volume points personally is minimum for a person to be qualified to get paid in all the ways you get paid in the company at the maximum amount you can get paid. But as a team, we recommend 120. I always ask people, never let your minimums be your maximums. Trust the process and understand there's different dynamics of things that you may not understand right now. But I'd rather for you to follow it. And then when it becomes apparent, you're like, wow, I'm super glad I was part of the winning team versus later on trying to figure out how you can incorporate the strategy into your organization and team after you realize all the things that you missed out on by not applying them in the very beginning. That also brings me to nothing with being a product of the product, which is personal development. See, if you have not started your path on personal development or personal growth, I want you to go to on youtube.com, listen, like type it in and put building your network marketing business by Jim Rohn. Now listen to that every day for the first 30 days. All right. And I say that because it's important that you make it a commitment to bettering yourself. And Jim Rohn is going to cover some things in this network marketing atmosphere that's going to get you so excited, but also going to bring clarity. So when certain types of people come into your sphere or they have conversation with you, you'll start to recognize the naysayers and the haters, and it won't affect you in a way that it may affect you if you have not been properly prepared. And Jim does an amazing job preparing you for that. And then we start plugging into our Core 12 personal development books and other things that we recommend as well. But because our business is people, not just products, but people, because people are our products, it's important that you plug into personal development. So I call personal development where it raises your IQ level. That means your quit level, and it gives you an opportunity, guys, to understand that it's not just what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you that makes the difference between winning and losing. And personal development gives you that edge. Step 2 is build a list. Now, this is the most important thing for every person who's doing any big event in their life. Because our open house that we do, now that you're brand new, we're going to do an open house for you. And when we do an open house, a ribbon cutting, the grand opening, however in your mindset you place it, but just know we call it all those things. When you absolutely launch your business, like every big event in your life, you don't just do it, you plan it. And when you plan it, let's say you do a wedding, you plan the wedding, you put the date on the books, and then you start putting the list of people that you're going to invite and send out invitation to so you don't forget. Then you make sure all the other people are in place as well, the people who are going to be the camera people or the food and everything else. But you make sure you put down all the people that you're going to contact so you don't forget to contact them or leave them out. So we tell you to do the same thing here. Put together a list of 100 names and numbers. 50 people who choose to lose. Whether you choose to lose, they're gonna lose some weight or lose some those health challenges they're gonna have, or they choose it for themselves. In your mindset, somebody's gonna lose that today, all right? And you make sure you put that list in place, because everybody who you may not want to be in business with. You just may want them to support you because you're launching your business, and everybody you don't want them to be in business with you. But if you have those other 50 that you do want as business partners, I say 50 who choose to lose and 50 and business improves. Business will improve your life. Business will improve their life, all right, because they'll have a chance to earn more income, have more success in the areas that they're looking to have success in. So build your list of people, guys, so when we help you launch your business, because amateurs start a business, professionals launch one. And part of your launching process is making sure that you have the list of people in place, because you and I will be working with multiple people at the same time. And if most people don't start working their part-time business until they get off of work in the afternoons, you don't have an hour to get with someone that you told them you're going to get back with them, go through some strategies, and they come to you and they're not prepared. So make sure you get your list in place tonight, guys. Don't think about who, how, what, just put it down. Don't say who you don't know, just put it down. Imagine this. Imagine if I told you that if you bring me a list of 100 people tomorrow, and I'm gonna give you $1,000 for every name, up to 100 names, which means tomorrow I will give you $100,000 in cash tomorrow. How fast would you put together that list? You will put it together very fast, because in your mindset, there's going to be the solution that you've been looking for, which is an answer to your prayers: more income. Well, the great thing is this system can help you earn that $100,000 of income, like it helped myself and many others do the same thing. So make sure you build that list of people and get it done as quick as you can, guys, so we can have an amazing business launch when it comes to step 3. See, step 3 is going to be actually build your business now. Now that you got yourself involved in the company, now you got yourself involved in the business, what we start doing now is we start making sure we launch your business. See, we're going to connect you to the people who you need to be connected to, because every great boss wants to know the resources he or she has around them. You want to know every great resource that you have around you. So that means as long as you have the answers, you have the access to the resources, you know all the answers. So your welcome call is going to be done with you and your sponsor. And if you haven't done one yet with someone in your lineage or up your line of sponsorship, that's like saying this. If you know that let's say if you are getting started today, the person who started you is like your mother or your father. Their person is like their grandmother or grandfather. The person above them is the great grandmother, great grandfather. It's like you wanting to know your ancestors. When we in business together, you want to know who your lineage is, who you're connected to as well, because we have a vested interest to helping you succeed. So make sure that you get the welcome calls done if your sponsor haven't done it. And if you are the sponsor, make sure your person gets that done. Make sure they have the name and numbers of the support team that you introduced them to. Do it with 2 to 3 people up their lineage or line of sponsorship to plug you into support. And a welcome call simply goes like this: welcome to the team. More importantly, welcome to the family. Then you pause and you wait for the person to say thank you. After that, you say, listen, as a reminder, I got to tell you that you have an amazing sponsor, because you want to make sure that the person who had just gotten started, and like yourself, some of us will get started, then we start thinking about the purchase or the buying decision that we made. All right. And as we start having buyer's remorse, we start wondering if we made the right decision. I find that when you plug people into support, it helps ease their anxiety of knowing that they're going to be able to succeed in business. So I always make sure I welcome to the team and family, then tell them that they have an amazing sponsor. So you have had an amazing sponsor, but the fact that this person got you onto this call right now, plugging you into the system, shows me that they're all about your success. Many times people get people involved in these companies and they never lead them anywhere, so which means they lead them to the stop sign and their business falls and stops. But since they're giving you the signs for go and they're leading you in this direction, they want to make sure you're plugged into the right people so you have the right sponsor. And speaking of that system that we're working with is on teamunitytraining.com. That's teamunitytraining.com. Make sure you download the packet, like the home study course, the Dare to Dream. Watch the 4 corresponding videos with each of these steps. All right. And then after that, make sure that you get back with your sponsor so we can take you to the next phase of your business launch. And again, welcome to the team. More importantly, welcome to the family. Those are some quick things that I do when I actually do a welcome call. And I recommend you do the same thing. Now, of course, at the end of it, I may ask sometimes before I let you go, tell me about yourself. Or I may ask you, and the reason why I may do it at the end is so I don't forget to give the information in the very beginning. Because sometimes you may start talking and forget where you were in the welcoming process and just get off the phone. So I make sure I get it out the way. Then I may say, now, before you leave, tell me a little bit about yourself. Or what do you do for work? What do you do for a living? It'll help you better understand some things. So when you introduce your persons to your leadership, you'll have a backstory for them. You'll learn more about them, and we'll know how to help them based on the things that they start to tell you and teach you. All right. So now that you get that out the way and you got your contact numbers, now you're going to get your calendar out. Once you get your calendar out, calendar is your money. Calendar is how you make money. When you get your calendar out, now you're going to schedule your game planning session or your GPS. That GPS is like every other GPS. You got to know your location, put your location in, and then you put your destination in. When you sit down for the game planning session, we're going to find out where you are, all right, and help and know some things about you as we actually start to put together your goals and talk more about what you have going on and who you are. And we have a page that we have part of the Dare to Dream. We're going to cover you with that, all right, cover with you. And as we put together that game planning session, we'll talk about your goals, talk about you getting binary, which is getting 2 people to start to build your team, getting G3 optimized, which basically means some of the compensation requires that you have 3 people into your business. So we're going to make sure you get your 3 people in business correctly set up, as well as going 1K affiliate. 1K is your very first corporate promotion. 1K is where you get the extra $100 in one-time rank advancement. 1K is where it gives you an opportunity, guys, to get the recognition and start using that recognition to self-promote yourself and other people promoting you as well. And where you're going to start to find that most people who watch you on social media will want to know what it is that you have going on. So we put a game plan to make sure that happens for you. And then we also, with that game plan, put together your initial marketing training. Now, remember when I told you to put together that list? Now, this is why. Because when we get back together the next day, we want to go through initial marketing training. So I always tell you to bring your information from your Dare to Dream packet. All right, we're going to basically cover the quick retail script so we can show you how to get your first 10 customers online and offline. And we're also going to cover how to contact and invite somebody, how to pique their interest, PS3, pique interest, show the plan, do a 3-way call. So we're going to teach you how to contact and invite people to your launch of where we're going to help you build your business. Now, the time frames are the most important part of this. Locking everything into the time frame that you see. If someone gets started on Friday, by Saturday, you must be getting together game planning session, Sunday the very latest. All right, because there's a time frame for everything. And I understand that the average person who's used to working for themselves, they look to get a job and get paid within a certain amount of time. They look for their first week to get done so they can anticipate having a check coming in. I understand that if I have a person have success in their first 5 to 7 days, they're going to be around longer. I also understand that you have about 72 hours before the average person quits mentally, because the average person is going to talk long, talk wrong, say too much. People that they think they must convince are going to say, I think I got it, and no, I'm not interested. Now they're going to want to quit the business. So I always make sure before you start talking to anybody, make sure you just get your list together. Let's get together so we can actually start and go over your initial marketing training and your contact and inviting and your customer script, and do that in the first 24 to 48 hours. After that happens, now we got that on the calendar that we're going to get back together tomorrow, because I got you started Friday. I'm going to schedule time to get back with you on Saturday. And on Sunday, I'm going to do your virtual grand opening. I'm going to schedule two. First one I may do within the first 24 to 72 hours. So you got started Friday. We got back together Saturday for the game planning session. Sunday, we're launching it because it's just a call. And the first call we're going to do is in preparation for the fact that we have one more call coming up, probably about 2 to 3 days after the first one. All right. Because in the first day, we're going to get your people in. Now we have some time to train them and get them ready for when you do your launch call. We're launching them with you on your next call. So now you have an opportunity to have several of you moving simultaneously to have an amazing launch together. So we're going to put two virtual grand openings or VGOs on the calendar to help you create a sense of urgency so we can help you launch your business. Remember, I said amateur start a business, professionals launch one, and we're going to help you launch your business. Now, we're also going to schedule two home parties or social media parties in 7 to 10 days. Now, after you start doing your private launches on your private Zoom lines where we do your virtual grand opening, now we may start doing your home parties on IG Live with you, on Facebook Live with you. Start having conversations on lives where other people see that you're at home, I'm at home, and we can have a chance to talk about the products with many people hearing it from the comfort of their homes. So that gives us an opportunity to get a broader reach. But before we do the social media party, we actually do the virtual grand opening on a private launch. And that social media party is going to be done. Do the first one within the first 3 to 5 days after we're launching you. All right, 5 days the maximum, because you already had a chance to do several launch calls prior to us doing it. All right, but we're going to make sure that we get that done within 7 to 10 days. All right, and the first one within the first 3 to 5 days of you launching your business. All right, so guys, once you get that done, know that step 4 is plug into the system, because once you get everything else done in your business, step 4 will come into play as continuing education. So as a caveat, I want to help you understand how fast this system goes. When you get somebody involved in the business, and make sure they plug into step 1. Then you're going to make sure to put the list together with your step 2. Then you're going to make sure they build their business now by putting the plan on the books for them to launch their business, which is step 3. When they do the launch, somebody's going to buy or join. And when they join, we go back to step 1. Then step 2, step 3, they're going to get on a call. They're going to buy or they join. And when they join, back to step 1. The faster you do this, the faster you're going to have success. And then step 4 is the continuing education of plugging into the system now. That gives you a chance to be committed for 18 months to plug into the weekly vision calls, attend the weekly meetings, team events, trainings, conventions that the company have. So plugging into the system will give you an opportunity to know that you have a place for growth. I tell people when the system is there, right? System stands for save yourself some time, energy, and money. You use the system based off of how serious you are about your business and where your calendar fits time for you to build your business. We focus on faith, family, and finances. That means when you're doing the business and you have church time, Bible study time, you may have time that you're in meditation, whatever it is, you put down the calendar, get it out the way. Then you have your family time. Be a soccer mom, soccer dad, whatever it is, you put that on the calendar. Now, I always recommend that people have a conversation with their family to say, listen, I'm doing something amazing, something big. I'm working hard for the next 18 months. I need to make sure you guys know that I'm doing this. So when I'm working my business, you guys are going to have to be in the corner, quiet, or I may have to change some of our days that we normally do something to fit in my business schedule. And the reason why you do that, because when you have a job and you get another job, you do the same exact thing. When it comes to working 2 jobs for the boss, now comes the time working for yourself and you're your own boss, you don't compromise. So you make sure you schedule time around your family's time. Let them know that you have to renegotiate your family time and other things because you have a plan for 18 months of growth. The same way you do a job or even go to school, and you set it up the same way. We do the same thing here. So Sundays, we have our Sunday night vision mastery call. Those calls are done at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook Live. So make sure part of the system is plugged into our Team Unity Live Facebook page. All right, so that's gonna be like teamunitylive.com. Give you an opportunity to be connected to the page. Already like the page. Set it so whenever it goes off that somebody's going live on the page, you can be there for training. But know that that's our platform on that one day. All right, I do it there because it gives you an opportunity to start to share the page all across your social media platforms. Because sometimes I have other people on the call, other leaders speaking with me, other trainers doing it, and it gives you an opportunity to let your people see that when they're a part of something, there's a community that you're a part of that they want to take a look at that's going to help them strengthen themselves. All right, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have a Unity 100K launch call, opportunity call, done at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, I'm always launching people. 7 o'clock, I'm launching new people. As time go on, you may be doing a launch with your personal group and personal team on another line. But I always do this and leave this one available because I'm always launching people and I'm working with other people launching people. And we work here to get guests on this call right here, guys, every single night at 7 o'clock, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I also use this time at other parts of the weekend as well to actually schedule other times. We just know for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, this is locked in for sure that you can get guests onto the lines on the millionairementor.tv line on Zoom. Now, never post the link online. Never ever post it to social media, the link. It will give us opportunity to, we don't have to use a passcode for people to get in. All right, because when people have to put passcodes in, sometimes it makes it harder for them. When they have the link without any problems, they hit it, it goes directly to the page. If you post it on social media, a troll may get access to it. Someone else may want to jump, get online and hack the page and start to try to take over and put things that has happened since people started using Zoom, and we want to make sure that doesn't happen. All right, Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a leadership mastery call. Same line on the millionairementor.tv. With same thing, we don't post it, but you get you and your entire organization on the leadership mastery call. Just like the Sunday vision mastery call, you and everyone else. On the Wednesday leadership mastery, you and everyone in your group want to be there in the Zoom with your cameras on. Because when we do these calls, make sure your cameras are on and you're participating. If we have guests and guests are reading the room, they see your face, they see your smile, they see you're happy, see you're participating. It brings joy to them that they're part of something amazing. So don't log on to the opportunity calls with your camera off. Don't log on to the leadership mastery call with your cameras off, because when the trainer's there training, the interaction is what gets the trainer going. So make sure your cameras are on. So already set it on your calendar that that's your study time. The same way you have school, and when you have school and night school nowadays online, you have your camera on and not off. So you show up the same way here, right? So you can build an amazing business. Now, Friday, we have our team huddle. That's the first of every week we do on Friday, because Friday is the first of the work week. So we spend about 30, 40 minutes for the team huddle, getting everybody ready for the strategies for the week, because every month there's different parts of the month that produces a certain type of flow and energy. And until you understand that, we make sure that we have the calls on Friday. So you know that we no longer say, thank God it's Friday. We say, thank TJIF, thank God I'm free to build my own business and to do something amazing. But when you become a weekend warrior to start your work week off, leading into the rest of the week, now you get the majority of your work done on the weekends, which is the time for you to really build your business. So we make sure we apply that on that Friday, the strategies, so you can know what to do on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, leading up to closing out your work week on Thursday. All right. Now, Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, we have a Unity new member orientation. See, orientation designed to turn you around, set you straight, turn you toward the right direction so you know what you have to do. New member orientation will be myself and other leaders like you who will eventually be on a call training everyone on these steps that we have and additional trainings that we do on how to sell, on how to go through the goal setting sessions, everything else that we'll put in place. And those calls are done on the millionairementor.tv, the private Zoom line. Now, this is how we do our normal team game plan and our how we work together as an organization and team. So we don't post it out to everybody else. You make sure you have a chance to have your own market share. All right. So we're going to teach you what to do. Get yourself ready for a great start. So be on every call as much as you can to compress your time to have success faster. And of course, guys, I always teach people, plan a team event once a month with your organization locally. If you got several of you guys in the city or state, just get together if you're in that city together. It builds a stronger team and family bond. You want people to know that even though they're in business for themselves, they're not by themselves, but also it's not just about the money, it is about the family. So you start to do events, whether that's going cookouts, whether that's going to to the pool, or going to the beach, or just going to get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Or just taking all the kids out to Chuck E. Cheese's. Whatever you want to do, just find something that's locally that everybody can get together and build a stronger family unit, guys. And just trust me, long term, you're going to see how this is going to benefit you and your organization. So, guys, I appreciate all of you guys for logging on to the call today. Make sure that you get back with your organization, get back with your leadership, plug into every system that we have going on so you can have amazing results for you and your family, for long-term business strategies and long-term success. And again, my name is Jason L. Scott I, and welcome to the team. More importantly, welcome to the family. We'll see you guys not just at the top, but we see each and every one of you guys over the top. You guys have a great day. Bye now.